Singapore's non-oil domestic exports grew a slower 6% in July after a stellar double-digit growth the month before. NODX has now increased in 5 out of the 7 months of this year, a robust performance when compared with only 2 months of gain in 2019.
Analysts describe the expansion in July as more realistic when compared to a revised 13.9% expansion in June. Growth was driven mainly by exports of non-electronic goods, which rose 6.9% on year. It was boosted by strong demand for non-monetary gold and specialized machinery. Pharmaceuticals exports held up as well. Non-oil domestic exports to the US almost doubled, overtaking China as Singapore's top market in the first half of the year.
US is actually Singapore's largest market when it comes to pharmaceutical products. So I think the demand there has been exceptionally strong, partly because you're talking about a country that has the highest number of COVID-19 cases in the world. Henceforth, the demand for effective pharmaceutical products definitely will be very high.
Meanwhile, electronic shipments slowed significantly in July, expanding just 2.8% compared to the more than 20% growth in June. Nonetheless, economists remain optimistic that electronics will continue to stay in positive territory in the second half of the year.
Did come down from June, which probably just meant that some of the rapid recovery we saw in June losing some steam in July. But we did see that electronic exports actually remained quite robust even during Q2, which was likely the trough. So we think that is going to sustain in the second half.
The experts are cautiously optimistic that Singapore's exports will continue to grow for the rest of the year.
We could see improvement in the third quarter and going to the fourth quarter as well. But that being said, we shouldn't get too overly optimistic with regards to the outcome, because ultimately, the global environment is still very challenging.
July's performance has prompted OCBC to upgrade its 2020 NODX forecast. It's now expected to grow 4%, 1 point higher than the previous forecast. This follows a revision by trade promotion agency Enterprise Singapore last week, when it said it expects NODX to grow between 3 and 5% this year, instead of contracting.